flute players of the internet. Today I am here to answer a question that somebody asked on Facebook. We were having a discussion about how to improve your low register, and Nathan asked, could you clarify tone quality for me, please? Is it the air focus I should watch out for and maintain and maximize vibrations? So there's a couple parts to this question. First, I'm going to focus on, can you clarify tone quality? So first of all, what even is tone quality? At first I was like, oh, that's so obvious. And then I was like, wait, that's actually really difficult to define. So tone quality is basically the color or flavor of your sound. So you can make all sorts of different tone qualities. You could have a thin and airy tone quality, or you could have a really strong, rich, and dark tone quality. And both of those you may want to use at different points, but in general, for the present time, at least in America, we want to go more for the strong, rich, dark tone quality more frequently. That's what we're going to be using the most. And then there are definitely times where you need to go more towards the thin or purer, more pure sound, but especially in the low register, you're going to want to try to dig for that rich sound. Trevor Y describes it as the purple tone quality. We can absolutely use colors to describe all these sounds. So here again is the purple tone quality. So the way I'm achieving the dark, rich sound is I'm staying really open inside my mouth and my throat. Those have to be very open. And then I'm aiming my air very far down into the flute. If you had your hand here in front of me, almost all the air, I barely feel any air at all in front because it's all going down into the flute. I'm really aiming my air down. And then if I go for the more yellowish, more clear and thin sound, I'm still open in here because that's going to help you get a good tone quality in general. But if I'm going for the more thin sound, more of my air is aimed up out of the flute, and my embouchure is a little bit larger as well, which is mostly because my air isn't as focused aiming down into the flute. Best ways to get good tone quality in the low register: aim your air down and make sure you're staying really open. If we're talking about the middle and the upper registers, we're going for a similar thing. We want a consistent, good tone quality across all the registers. So I'll play a 3-octave scale here just to show you good tone quality in each register. The sound definitely gets bright when you get high, but there's a richness and a core to the sound across all 3 octaves, which is what we're looking for. And I achieve that staying open inside all the time. That is critical. And also, that will make your sound more squeaky and shrill, which is not what we're going for at all. If you're looking for exercises to improve your tone quality, I highly recommend the Trevor Y tone book. I personally have one of the compilation books of 5 of his, but if you just get the tone book and work on those exercises, you will find great improvements. Make sure you're listening to yourself. So for the second part of Nathan's question, is it the air focus I should watch out for? Really pay attention to what I said before about staying open inside and aiming your air down into the flute for the low register. That will help a lot. And then the second part of the question, should I watch out for maximizing vibrato? That is completely separate from tone quality. I cannot stress that enough. You can have vibrato with a horrible tone quality. That can work. But you have to have good tone quality first and focus on that. Then you can add in the vibrato. I highly advise all flute players to play without vibrato sometimes. Nothing will give you a better idea of what your actual sound is like than playing without vibrato. And it's good to be able to force yourself to do that. So if I'll play just a slow F major arpeggio without vibrato. To make an appearance in the video. So that was without vibrato. It really let me listen to my sound, and because I was playing without vibrato, I could hear that the F in the middle was a thinner sound than the rest of the notes, and that's totally normal. It's difficult to get a really rich sound in the middle register. We have to kind of pretend it's lower than it is. So that time I got a richer sound on the F, still without vibrato, by aiming my air down more into the flute and staying more open. Those are two of the best ways you're going to get a richer sound. Of course, I'm assuming that you already have fast air. You have to have fast air on top of all of this. Okay, so there's an implication in Nathan's question that maximizing vibrato is always going to be the right answer. And I personally don't like that style of playing. That's sort of the James Galway school of playing, where you use vibrato like pretty consistently, and it's a pretty consistent height too. If your vibrato is a wavelength, it doesn't change a lot. It's a pretty consistent speed. It's a pretty consistent wavelength. And that's kind of the American school of vibrato in a lot of ways. I tend to play more with the French or European school of vibrato, where you use it more musically to emphasize certain notes and stuff like that. So practice your vibrato with a metronome so that you have good control over it. Listen to a lot of recordings of players with different styles of vibrato and figure out what you like. Then record yourself playing and see if you can match that style better. So separate vibrato until you are really confident in your tone quality, then start to work vibrato back into your sound, but maintain what you were doing with your tone quality before. So to summarize, if you're trying to have better tone quality, especially in the low register, because that's what this question was about, make sure you're staying open here, aiming your air down, and that you have relatively fast air. The low register is going to take slower air than the middle and the upper register, but it still has to be fast, probably compared to what you're used to if you're relatively new to the flute. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any flute questions that you would like answered. I would love to help you out, even if it's over the interwebs. Thank you again for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye! What even is tone quality? What even is tone quality? I thought. Is that a sentence? Is it a sentence, Lincoln? So, to briefly summarize, well, maybe I shouldn't say briefly. It might not be brief. Thank you again for watching. Drop